The reason we exist is because you cannot stay ahead of all threats. So what we do is we block by default.
Hey, what's going on? Give me 2 seconds to take care of whatever a little bit. But yeah, so we're gonna be going over the ASE engines, and that may look a little bit of on the brakes as far as their assessments. So that's what we got up. All right, that's whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and share the screen. So I have two PDFs to go over, which are study guides, and then it's a practice test that should be that I will be using. All right, this is a ASE coming straight from it. So the purpose of what we're going to be looking at this will be to be able to, hold on, I'm trying to get it where it fills up the whole thing, but it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out the requirements for the engines and the requirements for the brakes. All right, that's our purpose. All right, so we're going to be skipping through and entry level, table of contents where it says engines. So we got page 9. And that's probably to page 10, and then we had page 18. And look like it's only like 2, and if they got sample test questions, we're not gonna be looking at that. So what we got here, just because I'm a stippler about some things. So it's the overview, the intro, how do I become certified. For the ASE entry level certification program, there are 10 tests in the auto series, 5 tests in the medium heavy truck series, and 4 tests in the collision repair and refinish series. If you pass one or more tests, you will become certified as an ASE entry level technician. ASE entry level certification credentials are valid for 2 years. If you continue your career in your automotive service within 2 years, you should be ready to continue to the ASE professional level certification test. Who writes the questions? Oh well, we're not really worried about that. Well, okay, all right. So, working professionals, items, workshops, technicians, day-to-day work. After being written, all questions are pre-tested and quality checked on a national sample of students. All right. Are the tests hard to pass? Well, some of them are, some of them aren't. You know. How do I prepare for the ASE entry level test? All right, step 1, carefully read the test specifications for each test you will attempt. Step 2, study the task list for each area. Step 3, go over the sample questions to become familiar with each question type. This is very important. Step 4, review steps 1 through 3 and identify the skill areas where you need additional study. Test content and sample questions. We're not going to be worried about that. The 3 types of ASE test questions. Use 3 different types of multiple choice questions on its test. Direct or completion questions. Technician A, Technician B questions. Accept or least likely questions. And if that is giving us examples of what one of the questions would look like. Only, both, or neither. Of course, they say don't freak out. Okay, so first things first, page 9. This is what we're supposed to be looking at. Automobile test specifications and task list. Okay, so this is going through all the tests that we need to take care of. Okay, so is this the part? Yep, this is the part. So let's look at this. Give me 2 seconds. I need to bring forth the right. What effect is this? Okay, I'll make you the right one. So we talk about engine repair. All right, so questions in the test. It looks like it has 40 questions total. Required to pass is 22 out of 40. That means they don't even want you. You don't have to get. That's not even 50. That's like barely over 50%. Like it's 60%. That's cool. I'm not even worried. That just makes it that much easier. So the first one will be removal and reinstallation. This is worth 10 of them. So then we got cylinder, head, and valve, train, DNR. And that's 10 right there. Engine, block, assembly, seven points. And then we got lubrication and cooling systems. And that's another DR, whatever DR is supposed to stand for. So it's 13 of that, and after that it's total 40. 22 out of 40 is needed. All right. So task list. So it says removal or reinstallation. So say 1, research vehicle. Let me. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to print this out. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that later, just cause. But yeah, research vehicle service information such as fluid type, internal combustion engine operation, vehicle service history, service precautions, service technical service bulletins, and recalls, including vehicles equipped with advanced driver assistance tools. Assistant systems. That was a lot. And after that, the next one will be retrieve and record DTCs, OBD monitor status and freeze frame data, clear codes in data when directed. Next one, verify operation of the instrument panel engine warning indicators. 4. Inspect engine assembly for fuel, oil, coolant, and other leaks. Determine needed action. 5. Install engine covers using gaskets, seals, and sealers as required. 6. Verify engine mechanical timing. 7. Inspect, remove, and/or replace engine mounts. Number 8. Identify service precautions related to service of the internal combustion engine of a hybrid electric vehicle. Number 9. Remove and reinstall engine on a newer vehicle equipped with OBD. Reconnect all attaching components and restore the vehicle to running condition. So the next part will be B. Cylinder head and valve train diagnosis and repair. Identify cylinder head and valve train components and configurations. 2. Remove cylinder head, inspect gasket condition, install cylinder head and gasket, tighten according to manufacturer's specifications and procedure. 3. Clean and visually inspect a cylinder head for cracks. Check gasket surface areas for wrappage and surface finish. Check passage condition. 4. Inspect valve actuating mechanisms for wear, bending, cracks, looseness, and blocked oil passages, orifices. Determine needed action. Number 5. Adjust valves, mechanical or hydraulic lifters. Okay. Number 6. Inspect and remove camshaft and drive belt chain. Includes checking drive gear wear and backlash, in play, sprocket and chain wear, overhead cam drive sprockets, drive belts, belt tension, tensioners, camshaft reluctor, green, tone wheel, and valve timing components. Verify correct camshaft timing. Number 7. Inspect valve springs for squareness and free height comparison. Determine needed action. Number 8. Replace valve stem seals on an assembled engine. Inspect valve spring retainers, locks, keepers, and valve lock keeper grooves. Determine needed action. Number 9. Inspect valve guides for wear. Check valve stem to guide clearance. Determine needed actions. Number 10. Determine valve and valve seats. Determine needed action. 11. Check valve spring assembled height and valve stem height. Determine needed action. 12. Inspect valve lifters and hydraulic lash adjusters. Determine needed action. Number 13, inspect and or measure camshaft for runout. Journal wear and lobe wear. Number 14, inspect camshaft bearing surface for wear, damage out of round, in alignment, determine needed action. Then we are to see engine block assembly, diagnosis and repair. 1. Identify engine block assembly components and configurations. 2. Remove, inspect, and or replace crankshaft vibration damper, harmonic balancer. Number 2, disassemble engine block, clean and prepare components for inspection and reassembly. 4, inspect engine block for visible cracks, passage conditions, core and gallery plug condition, and surface wrappage. Determine needed action. Number 5, inspect and measure cylinder walls, sleeves for damage, wear, and ridges. Determine needed action. Number 6, perform deglazing and cleaning of cylinder walls. Number 7, inspect and measure camshaft bearings for wear and damage out of round and alignment. Determine needed action. Number 8, inspect crankshaft for straightness, journal damage, keyway damage, thrust, flank and sealing surface condition, and visual surface cracks. Check oil passage condition. Measure and play in journal wear. Check crankshaft position sensor reluctor ring where applicable. Determine needed action. Number 9, inspect main and connecting rod bearings for damage and wear. Determine needed action. Number 10, identify piston and bearing wear patterns that indicate connecting rod alignment and main bearing bore problems. Determine needed action. Number 11, inspect and measure piston skirts and ring lands. Determine needed action. Number 12, determine piston to bore clearance. Number 13, inspect, measure, and install piston rings. Number 14, install auxiliary shafts. That means the balance, the intermediate, the idler, the counterbalance, and or silencer. Inspect shafts and support bearings for damage and wear. Determine needed action, reinstall, and time. Number 15, assemble engine block. Yeah. So number 12, now we're all to the D. So lubrication and cooling systems, diagnosis and repair. Number 1, identify lubrication and cooling system components and configuration. Number 2, perform engine oil and filter change. Use proper fluid type per manufacturer specifications. Reset maintenance reminder as required. Number 3, perform cooling system pressure and dye test to identify leaks. Check coolant condition and level. Inspect and test radiator, pressure cap, coolant recovery tank, heater core, and galley plugs. Determine needed action. 4, identify causes of engine overheating. Number 5, identify, replace, and or adjust drive belts, tensioners, and pulleys. Check pulley and belt alignment. Number 6, inspect and test coolant drain and recover coolant. Flush and or refill cooling system. Use proper fluid type by manufacturer specification. Bleed air as required. Number 7, inspect, remove, and replace the water pump. Number 8, remove, inspect, and replace thermostat in gasket seal. Number 9, remove and replace radiator. Number 10, inspect and test fan clutch, electrical and mechanical, fan shard, and air dams, determine needed action. Number 11, perform oil pressure test, determine needed action. Number 12, inspect auxiliary coolers, determine needed action. 13, inspect, test, and or replace oil temperature and pressure switches and sensors. And number 14, inspect oil pump gears or rotors, housing, pressure relief devices, and pump drive. Determine needed action. All right. So the other one we were looking at will be on is it page what? 18. Now we're on brakes. All right, so the brakes, the way this works, all right. So we got the gen, just system. All right, that's where that's four questions. Then the hydraulic. It's 8. Drum brake. All right, so this one right here, you don't need as many to pass. It seems like it's 21 out of 40. All right, and the questions vary as far as the number. So we're dealing with the general system, the hydraulic system, the drum brake, the disc brakes, the power assist unit, the related systems like wheel bearings, parking brake, electrical, and then last but not least, the electronic brake control systems, the ABS, the TCS, and the ESC. All right, and of course, we are supposed to be diagnosing and repairing them. All right, so looking at the first one, the brake system diagnosis. So research vehicle service information such as fluid type, vehicle service history, service precautions, the technical service bulletins, and recalls, including vehicle equipped with advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS. 2, identify brake system components and configurations. Number 3, retrieve and record DTC's OBD monitor status and freeze frame data, clear in data when directed. See, the thing about that is the fact that that's already what we did with the engine repair. But okay, all right, okay, whatever. Number 3, describe procedure for performing a road test to check brake system operation. including an anti-lock brake system, ABS. Number 5, install wheel and torque lug nuts. Number 6, identify and interpret brake system concerns. Determine needed actions. All right, now we are to the B, hydraulic system DNR. Number 1, diagnose pressure concerns in the brake system with hydraulic principle, Pascal's law. Number 2, measure brake pedal height, travel, and free play as applicable. Determine needed action. Number 3, check master cylinder for internal, external leaks in proper operation. Determine needed action. Number 4, inspect brake lines, flexible hoses, and fittings for leaks, dents, kinks, rust, cracks, bulging, wear, and loose fittings. Supports. Determine needed action. Select, handle, store, and fill brake fluids to proper levels. Use proper fluid type per manufacturer specifications. Number 6, determine components of hydraulic brake warning light system. Number 7, bleed and or replace fluid in the brake system. Number 8, test brake fluid for contamination. Number 9, remove, bench, bleed, and reinstall master cylinder. Number 10, diagnose poor stopping, planning, or dragging concerns caused by malfunctions in the hydraulic system. Determine needed action. Number 11, replace brake lines, hoses, fittings, and supports. Number 12, fabricate brake lines using proper material and flaring procedures. Number 13, inspect, test, and or replace components of brake warning light system. Then we are to C, the drum brake DNR. Number 1, remove, clean, and inspect brake drum, measure brake drum diameter, and determine serviceability. Number 2, refinish brake drum and measure final drum diameter, compare with specification. Number 3, remove, clean, inspect, and or replace brake shoes, springs, pins, clips, levers, adjusters, self adjusters, other related brake hardware, and backing support plates, lubricate and reassemble. Number 4, inspect wheel cylinders for leaks in proper operation. Remove and replace as needed. Number 5, pre-adjust brake shoes in parking brake. Install brake drums or drum hub assemblies in wheel bearings. Perform final checks and adjustments. Number 6, diagnose poor stopping, noise, vibration, pulling, grabbing, dragging, and or pedal pulsation concerns. Determine needed action. Now we're on D, disc brake DNR. 1, remove and clean caliper assembly. Inspect for leaks, damage, and wear. Determine needed action. 2, inspect caliper mounting and slides pins for proper operation, wear, and damage. Determine needed action. Number 3, remove, inspect, and or replace brake pads and retaining hardware. Determine needed action. Number 4, lubricate and reinstall caliper, brake pads, and related hardware. Seat brake pads against rotor. Inspect for leaks. Number 5, clean and inspect rotor and mounting surface. Measure rotor thickness variation, and lateral run out. Determine needed action. Number 6, remove and reinstall, replace rotor. Number 7, refinish rotor on vehicle. Measure final rotor thickness and compare with specifications. And you're going to do the same thing with a off-road vehicle. That's for number 8. Number 9, retract and readjust caliber piston on an integrated parking brake system. Number 10, describe importance of operating vehicle to brownish break-in replacement brake pads according to manufacturer's recommendation. 11, diagnose poor stopping, noise, vibration, pulling, grabbing, dragging, or pulsation concerns. Determine needed action. Now we're on E. Power assist unit, DNR. Check brake and pedal travel with and without engine running to verify proper power booster operation. Identify components of the brake power assist system, vacuum, hydraulic, or electric. Number 3, inspect vacuum type power booster unit for leaks. Inspect the check valve for proper operation. Check vacuum supply, manifold, or auxiliary pump to vacuum type power booster. Determine needed action. Number 4, inspect and test hydraulically assisted power brake system for leaks in proper operation. Determine needed action. Number 5, inspect electric power booster unit. Determine needed action. And now we're on F, related systems. Examples given will be wheel bearings, parking brakes, electrical, DNR. Number 1, remove, clean, inspect, repack, replace, and install wheel bearings. Remove and install bearing races, replace seals, install hub, and adjust bearings. Number 2, check parking brake system components for wear, bending, and corrosion. Clean, lubricate, adjust, and or replace as needed. Number 3, check parking brake operation, including electric parking brakes. Check parking brake indicator light system operation. Determine needed action. Number 4, check operation of brake stop light system. Number 5, inspect and replace wheel studs. Number 6, remove, reinstall, and replace sealed wheel bearings assembly. Number 7, diagnose wheel bearing noises, wheel shimmy, and vibration concerns. Determine needed action. And I believe this is the last one right here. So this is G, electronic brake control systems, the ABS, anti-lock brake, the TCS, the traction control, and the ESC, the electronic stability control system, DNR. 1, identify and inspect electronic brake control system components and describe functions. ABS, TCS, ESC. Determine needed action. Number 2, describe the operation of a regenerative braking system. Number 3, bleed the electronic brake control system hydraulic circuits. Number 4, diagnose poor stopping, wheel lockup, abnormal pedal feel, unwanted application, and noise concerns associated with the electronic brake control system. Determine needed action. Diagnose electronic brake control system, electronic control and components by retrieving the DTCs, the diagnostic trouble codes, and or using recommended test equipment. Determine needed action. Number 6, depressurize high pressure components of an electronic brake control system. Number 7, test Diagnose in service electronic brake control system speed sensors, digital and analog. Tooth ring, the tone wheel. In circuits using a graphic multimeter, the GM, or a digital storage occulus, oscilloscope. The DSO includes output signal resistance, shorts to voltage, ground, and frequency data. 8. Diagnose electronic brake control brake control system braking concerns caused by vehicle modification, tire size, curb height, final drive ratio. All right, so yeah, that's all we need with this one. So we're gonna come back to this study guide. Well, actually, let's go ahead and look at the study guide real quick. So this is official study guide, one of their official study guides, table of contents. So we got like six pages for that. So looking at this, we're going to come back and look at this one in a little bit. But yeah, this is one of the study guides for the most part. But it looks like with this study guide, all it's going to be showing us is things you need to perform as far as to diagnose. Then diagnosing the cylinder head and valve, how to do that. Same thing for the engine block. Okay. Then also give you sample questions. Yeah, I need to put this. This is going to be a resource that y'all can use in order to master the ASE one. We're also going to be looking at this one later on too. All right. So the last piece I want to go over with everyone is this practice test that I found on the ASE. It's free ASCstudyguides.com, and it's basically gonna be what we're gonna be using to test our knowledge. All right, and it's of course, like they say, it's gonna be technician A or B, least or most or whatever, and then it's gonna be just different kind of what component fixes this or that. You know, that's essentially what we're going to be facing. So yeah. Yeah, so that right there is essentially what we're going to be fighting against. And if you are like me, who are attempting to become an ASE master, then you can join this fight. But for the most part, it seems like these exams are going to be 40 questions, and it seems like the breaks are allowing you to get 21 right to pass, but the engine is looking like it's going to be 22 to pass. So 22, I mean 20 is 50%. So it's like they're really they're not trying to stop you from getting it. So I guess that's 60%. I guess it's like, is that 60? Hold on. 40 times 2.5. Yeah, so okay. So it's 50, so it's like 55%, I guess. Something like that, man. So I mean, this, all I'm saying is the bar is very low. Like that's 50%. Like, come on, man. Oh man. So outside of actually taking the assessments, you're gonna have to have at least 2 quote unquote years of experience to really become ASE anything technically. But what they can do, some of it might be a year, I think. But you know, for the most part, what happens is they want you to have hands-on experience and not just book quote unquote knowledge. All right. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna bid y'all adieu. We're gonna come back, and when we do come back, we're gonna be diving more into PowerPoints, and then we may go over what they're looking for one more time with that other study guide, just to kind of understand what we need to be focused on. All right. So with that being said, shoot, I'm gonna bid y'all adieu, and later on today, we are going to make it a point to check out an engine block that I have in the garage. All right, so let's go ahead and do it.